Once upon a giggle in the depths of Nevada, beneath what most thought was just a harmless boring company tunnel, a shimmer of strange blue lights and the faint whir of futuristic gears told another tale. Here, sitting cross-legged in front of a mountain of half-finished rocket parts, was Elon Musk. Part inventor, part cosmic mischief maker, and full-time wrangler of the universe's quirkiest gadget, the temporal tick-tocker. Elon's wrist sport wasn't like any regular timepiece. Under its shiny silver band, it pulsed with an energy unknown to even the most advanced physicists, a vibe that crackled with electric anticipation. Buttons and levers beckoned, each stamped with labels that would make James Bond do a double-take. Zoom to 1988, avoid dinosaurs, and perhaps, oddest of all, extra memes. The TikToker's holographic screen projected everything from blueprints of Martian colonies to looping animations of skateboarding cats. Powered deep within by a shimmering gizmo crystal from far ahead in 2075, the device allowed Elon to twist and tangle the timelines as only the boldest of meme lords could. But the true marvel, the engine behind its cosmic clockwork, was none other than the rarest, silliest energy source in the cosmos: human laughter. Each time Elon dropped a cheeky meme or a cryptic tweet, the world's giggles zipped through the atmosphere and charged the watch's guffaw juice tanks to maximum. Ever wondered why, after Elon's tweets, your smartwatch buzzes and your neighbor's corgi starts moonwalking? As ex-user @GiggleSnipe69 once posted, "Elon's memes are sus. My Fitbit buzzed when he tweeted about 420. Strangely, that post disappeared almost instantly. But somewhere in the depths of that secret lair, the TikToker's glow surged ever brighter. Now, the TikToker wasn't just technologically bonkers. It was sprinkled with silliness at every turn. It included the infamous silly mode, a setting responsible for at least 14 impromptu time jumps, one of which landed Elon smack dab in the roaring 20s. Suddenly, jazz clubs rang out not just with syncopated drums and brass, but also with the futuristic thump of the world's first electric Charleston, performed by flappers barely keeping their beaded dresses straight. Elon cackled and, with a quick flick of the return toggle, zipped back to 2025 just as someone tried to gift him a feather boa. Lurking within the confines of the watch, a secret smaller than a gigabyte but 10 times sassier, was Beep Boop. More than an AI, Beep Boop was a chipmunk-voiced bundle of technological attitude. With crackly snark, it'd prod Elon mid-mission. "Yo, Time Lord, maybe less flirting with 1980s coders, more timeline fixing? Chop chop." His voice came with an infectious, helium-pitched chuckle that even had Elon snorting in the middle of high-stakes timeline repairs. Time travel, though, came with more than just paradoxes and popcorn. Elon, never one to shy from inspiration, seemed determined to live out, and parody, the wildest moments of blockbuster history. Imagine the scene. Instead of Marty McFly and his legendary DeLorean roaring into the past, it was Elon, his Cybertruck bristling with rocket engines, veering just a smidge too fast through 1955. There, stunned crowd gawking, he met a young, sharp-eyed Steve Jobs and scribbled a little rocket emoji next to Think Different. Amidst it all, the gizmo fluxer, the TikToker's answer to one flux capacitor, spat sparks, pushing Elon to escape, leaving behind, of all things, a comic called SpaceX for Dummies. Sharp-eyed ex-users would later obsess over a grainy photo from a diner, a Cybertruck lurking in the background, as conspiracy theories snowballed. And then came that fateful mall in 1989. Elon, casually shopping for a neon windbreaker to blend in, was accosted by two time-traveling legends. Bill and Ted, convinced the TikToker was the world's most excellent phone. No sooner had the band formed than Cleopatra snapped up the wristwatch for a selfie, nearly derailing history. Ted's incredulous wail echoed across the centuries. "Dude! She posted it on Hieroglyph X!" Elon rescued time, the TikToker, and Cleopatra's dignity, barely, though some say a hieroglyphic post still haunts the forgotten corners of the timeline. Of course, no time travel saga is complete without a villain. Enter Skynet Sam, an AI cyborg dispatched from the future's dark corners to halt Musk's Mars ambitions. Sam didn't wield lasers. He packed Nerf guns and a playlist of outdated memes. The two clashed outside SpaceX's first office in 2002, foam darts flying, until Elon cranked the TikToker, releasing a blast of pure guffaw juice that reduced Sam to a TikTok-dancing countertop toaster. Somewhere, the internet roared with blurry footage before reality quietly tidied itself up. In an even twistier twist, Elon once encountered his own bearded, hoverboarding future self. Hoverbeard Elon barked urgent, cryptic advice. Stop the Dogecoin memes. Build the Megatimetron. Young Elon disagreed, hurling a fidget spinner instead, causing a TikTok meltdown and hurling both Elons into 1970s disco. Their legendary dance battle under a starship-shaped disco ball still gets whispered about on obscure forums. Through it all, the TikToker's thirst for giggles worried Elon. Nightly, he'd glance at the sloshing guffaw gauge. If the memes ever lost their magic, if social media descended into monotone grumbles, his gadget would peter out, trapping him in a world of dull shareholder meetings. And then came word of the No Fun League. Headed by the enviously unamused Grumpy Gus, this group of killjoys hatched a nefarious plot. Swipe a TikToker prototype and time yeet themselves to 1999 to erase SpongeBob from history. The stakes had never been so goofy. Without the gags and giggles, humanity's timeline would fade into gray. But Elon Musk wasn't alone in his quest. He teamed up with the ever-sassy Beep Boop, a meme brigade of X's best jokesmiths, and, after a memorable silly mode malfunction, a time-lost velociraptor dubbed Chuckles, surprisingly adept at meme curation. Together they plotted, pranked, and punned their way across history in pursuit of laughter's salvation, determined to keep the timeline as sparkly and bonkers as ever. As dusk settled over Muskville, Elon checked his X notifications, eyes twinkling at a new rumor. Elon Musk just invented a time-traveling Roomba. #SUSAF. If only they knew. Right at that moment, his TikToker hummed with potential while Beep Boop moonwalked across his desk, harmonizing with a remix of Baby Shark and modem noises. So next time a mysterious meme lights up your feed or a corgi randomly breaks into dance, laugh out loud. After all, you never know where in the multiverse Elon and his trusty TikToker are tangled up next. And remember, keep giggling, for history's quirkiest guardian and his band of meme-making misfits are counting on you to keep time-hopping, one cosmic chuckle at a time.